YouTube, Troy Stars trucking with another new video. And in this video, I'm gonna review, I'm gonna talk about the GPS that I used. Okay, a subscriber emailed me asking what GPS I recommend, and I mean, it's only one GPS. There's a lot of GPS out there, but it's only one GPS I've been using from 2013 until now. This GPS get me through my career in trucking in Canada. So I would recommend it to anyone and everyone, really. So what GPS I'm talking about, I'll be right back after these messages. Try start.
For more videos like this, please subscribe.
YouTube! This is the GPS I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the GPS I'm talking about. This GPS is called Mcnally. As you guys can see right there, Mcnally. Like I said, I've been using this GPS since 2013. Not this exact one. I changed at least two already. Yeah, I upgraded from the regular. They had a regular one that is wider than this, you know, with a bigger backlight, you know. This one is actually a tablet and a GPS, so you can actually work this GPS as a tablet, you know what I mean? Or you can just let it stay on your dash. I use this GPS to get me around, and what I really like about this GPS is the main fact that when it's off, as in when I said off, when it's not routed, like there's not a route in it. When there's no route inside this GPS and you have it on your truck, and let's say you're driving, bobtailing or something, you're just going somewhere to maybe get lunch or, you know, and you're actually going up towards a low bridge, which you didn't know because you just actually just bobtailing because it's just a short journey. This GPS, even though it's off, not routed, it will still make an alert that low bridge ahead or whatever, even though it's not inside the GPS, and that's really impressive, you know what I mean? But not just this GPS only. What I also recommend is your phone. Your phone is another GPS that work very well. I don't recommend using your phone to travel on the road because it will put you on a non-truck route. You don't need that. But what you need it for is to match the address. At times the dispatch will send you location, but when you try to put it in your GPS, it's not going in. Sometimes they're off by a number or a letter or something, but once you got the name of the building, you can put it in a Google Maps, and Google Maps give you the correct address that you would need, and you can match it along with the address that you get with your dispatch. So I highly recommend you, when you get an address, you try to put it in your phone first. Look at it, you know, look at the building, look at parking is there and stuff like that, because you can do all that with your Google Maps, right? And then you put that address in your GPS. And I know you may saying, oh, that's a lot of time, but it's very safe. And I can tell you why, because I make a couple mistakes already where I put the wrong address in, think I'm going to the same place, and I'm like 3 hours out. And that's not good, especially when you're tired. So you want to get it right at the first go, and you're good. Now, the next thing I recommend is when you're putting the address in the GPS, you try to put the postal code or the area code or the zip code first, so that you ensure you're going in the right location or the right direction or whatnot. So even if the building number is incorrect, you're in the area. So you can actually search for what you're looking for, and then maybe you're 2 minutes, 3 minutes out. Better than 2 hours, 3 hours out, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a quick walkthrough inside the GPS. So we're gonna go inside the GPS. I'm gonna walk you through, show you some of the stuff that I do with my GPS, how I set up my maps, how I organize myself, how I there's a lot of stuff can do in this GPS. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on the GPS, I will, you know what I mean? But you'd have to recommend it because it's a lot of things to do with this GPS, to be honest. And trust me, I mastered this GPS, so I know everything about it. One of the problems most guys have with Mcnally is you're not getting the Montreal address in it. and it's a way how to put it in. Yes, YouTube, try stars again. Right now I'm inside the GPS. First I want to say I apologize for the quality of the screen. I was trying my best to get a better view at the resolution, but for some reason it's not working out so far. But anyway, we're gonna work with what we have right now. So basically this is inside the GPS, inside the Mcnally TND tablet. Before we get straight into the GPS, we're just gonna look over on the right hand side here where you see this icon where the battery is. Around here is where the tablet area is, where the apps are really. So you got Play Store, you know, you got YouTube, you got everything where a regular tablet. Like I said, it's a tablet slash GPS, so you can use it. We're not gonna get too much into this part. Just gonna go back into the GPS. Now, this is the main screen, and to get back to the main screen, you press the button in the middle, at the bottom, in the middle of the screen. And also this GPS comes with 3 buttons really. One, the volume up and down, which is on one, and then you got the power on button, and then that middle button there for the menu button to take you back to the main screen. And you also have a reset or a reboot hole where you can put a pin in to reboot this tablet. Let's go straight. Okay, on the front of the screen you can see the truck GPS, you can see the trip marker, you can see keep trucking, that's my e-log, and also you have a dash cam. You got a screen, you got a camera on this GPS that you could work as a dash cam while driving, and you got the fuel manager that you can basically put in. It tell you how your truck is burning on fuel, right? Getting into the truck GPS is very simple. Now it's actually loading up. I mentioned, well, this is a warning, like when you first reach where it basically telling you to follow the traffic and safety laws and road condition, you know what I mean, and street signs. So it's basically telling you to agree to make sure you follow the signs, not really the GPS, you know. Now you go accept. Now you're in the main screen, and here is where all the magic take place, right? Before I get into the address area, which way I want to go first, I can go down to preference to do what I want to do on my screen, or I want to set my screen up. Now this is general. At the top you can see general, route, and map, right? General is now selected, and this is the how I want my tablet to show in the day. It's ice, and in the afternoon it show carbon, right? The type of vehicle, press on it, is truck. You got truck, you got cars and light truck, and you got buses, right? And you set your time. Now you can go down, automatically set night and day mode, you know what I mean. You can switch from day and or night only, you know. You can get bus mileage, you can get truck and bus mileage, my log, or you can get the car only, you know what I mean. So it's all there. Down more is, I put it on always loaded, because you can actually put in everything that you want in your truck. You got a next. Now we're gonna go over and see what the route look like. So we're gonna go back on the top. We press route. Now in the route, how I got my thing set up, at the top is TA. ETA is okay, and the ETA would normally be the time when you're gonna get to your destination. It's gonna show there on the screen as soon as I put in an address, right? You got the fast reroute, and you got the recalculation, you know what I mean. Also, you can allow tolls if you want. So you press down all the way where toll is, and you go over. You can do avoid toll or allow toll, you know what I mean, all depending on you and how much a toll costs, and you know, if it makes sense to you. All the way down you can see where you can allow ferry crossing. You can take off dirt road, U-turn, tunnels, all that. You can directly tell the GPS where you don't want to drive from where you want to drive, or allow it to, you know, set the route for you. We're back at the top again. We're gonna go over to map, and the map is a simple setup for me. At the top I got the 3G view, which actually bring the stuff closer basically, and I set my map auto zone for on street. And when I said on street, it basically, you actually see the truck on the street, and also you can see where you're gonna turn exactly in front of you. So you set it on street scale, and that's what you will get. And you down more, you can go to, set up your route, put the color in, what color you want your route to be in, or whatever, you know what I mean. So you can do your preference, you know what I mean. I'll let it stay there on purple, but Blue is what I normally use. So yeah, so basically this is just a quick run through. Now we're gonna get back around to the main screen, and what I did, I go over to the right hand side and go back, right? The main screen, basically, to get into your to put an address in, you go over to choose destination. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're using your phone to ensure the address that you get is complete, you look at your phone, and then you put in that address from your phone. Or if you want to work straight from the paperwork that you get or the message from dispatch, you go ahead. New location, you press that. New location, then it take you all the way around to address, main street address, then you press the main street address, right? Then the first thing you do when you put it in the address, I would recommend to anyone, and this is because of my experience of not putting in personal postal code, you will sometime get some address that really similar or same address like they are like anywhere else, and when you go ahead and put the address that you get without the postal code, it will send you wherever that address is, or the first one you pick. So having the postal code, you're definitely in the area. So first you go into enter zip code, and when you enter a zip code, you can put the zip code in for America and postal code for Canada. And for Canada, all you need is just three of the first letters for the postal code. So I'm gonna go with B1M, and B1M is somewhere in Nova Scotia, right? I'm just gonna pick a house number, any house number. Just say 22. Press enter, and then a street name. I don't even know where. I'm just gonna. By the time you put in the first three letters, name's gonna come up. So what I'm gonna do is I put in any letter, put in my DEN, and see you got Denver Street and Denny Lane. So let's go Denver Street. Okay, the Denver Street is somewhere in Cape Breton in Nova Scotia. So looking at the screen right now, you can see basically where you're going. Not necessarily where you're going, but you can move around. On the left side where you see where we were showing you where you're going, you can actually press on it, and you can move around to see where you're gonna turn from. You can follow the road, you can just move around the screen and look there. But it's easier to do on your phone, so that's why I recommend putting it in your phone and look around on there, just to make sure you have everything completed before you move. To get back to the main screen, now you press this arrow over to the right hand side, take you back to where you're gonna compare. Now you can say beginning new route, you can press on that if you want, but I always recommend do compare route. So do compare route, it show you, and when you press compare route, it says compare two route based on preferences or show based on toll versus non-toll, right? So I'm gonna go with preferences and go in there. So here you're gonna bring up if it's toll, you're gonna tell you how much it costs of the toll. If it's none, it's gonna tell you everything. Okay, so here is gonna got this one in Canada, the blue at the top here in Canada. This is basically 1,034 miles to get there. That's 19 hours and 46 minutes. And it tell you got $15 toll. And on the left, on the right where the green side is, you see 1,276 miles. And this will take you 22 hours and 47 minutes. And also you gotta pay it, and this is in the US, guys. It's right there, it's telling you you gotta pay $16 toll and then $15 back into Canada. So that's how it is. I'm gonna press on the Canada side, which is the blue, and here it tell you the estimate toll for 5 oxen, 1 trailer, and the inches of the truck and the pound. You know what I mean? So everything is there. So this is your route getting started from where I am right now. Where I am is in Ottawa, Ontario, and to get to Nova Scotia, that's a day and a half. You know what I mean? So this is it. Basically, this is the main screen. This is when you put your address in. And if you can look down let me see if I can move around. Where you see the truck right here, trying to move this truck. This is the street. The blue sign is the street in front. As soon as you start driving, it will pick up. Now, down there you can see the immediate street name that you're on. So this is Bank Street. That's where I'm on right now. So it show you that at the bottom of the screen. Over to the left where you see MPH, miles per hour. As soon as the truck start moving, this will move from 0 and start counted up. Up above it, it tell you the time, the speed limit on the road. And as soon as your miles per hour go over the 25 speed limit. It start give you speed warning. It start making a sound, speed warning, speed warning. So you just ease up, you know, you cool down and you go slower. So it always alert you as soon as you're going over. You know what I mean? Going up, here is the mile ahead. So where you see this arrow all the way up to the top, to the left hand side, with the mile ahead, and you can press on it, and you can see on the screen it tell you where you're gonna turn. Now on the top of the screen is the street, is the street you're gonna turn on. So you're gonna turn on Isabella Street. So basically you can look on the signs ahead of you and also count down with the mile to see when you're gonna turn, or you're gonna line up yourself, like go wider and whatnot if the street is narrow, or you know, fix yourself, look ahead, and that's all you got to deal with it. Now on the right hand side, where you got the miles and the time of arrival. So I'm gonna, today is the 24th, and it's telling me I'm gonna arrive 7 a.m. This is if I drive straight. This doesn't put your sleeping time in it. So if dispatch asks you what time you get into destination, you can't tell him the time that you're seeing on there, because you gotta involve your 8-hour rest break in this. So if you add the 8 hour to this, maybe take it down to all the way down to maybe 4 o'clock. So 4 p.m. you may reach our destination, and is a possibility. So you tell him 5 o'clock. So this delivery may not be done the next day. It's gonna get done on the following day in the morning. You know, just to play it safe. You can press on it. When you press on it, that's where you can get to select the remaining time of driving or arrival time or whatnot. I work with arrival time because I always want to know what time is the possibility for me to get there. Below that, this is where on the route can tell you where you can turn, which exit number there is a truck stop, or there is a gas fuel station, or you know, I don't really use this part. I'm going to show you the part that I use, but this is a very easy way to tell you what the exit are ahead, right? Below it now, this is this icon here with this tree line. When you click on it, it actually tell you every single road you're gonna drive on. So you can skip down, look. You can take out a road if you don't want. So let's say I don't want to drive on Highway 2. So I go on Highway 2, and on the top of the screen you can see detour. So I just press detour, and it will take that route out and put a different route for me to drive on. So right there it, you know, put a different route. So I'm not gonna use it. Now, because of that, it taking me through the border in Quebec. So you can see it's Armstrong, 173 Quebec to Canada, going into Sun Bay, Maine. So this is the border toll it's giving me because I cancel a route in Canada that I don't want to drive. So it put me across the border. So it tell you where you're gonna go every time you plan on doing. And if you don't want to take this border, you can go avoid and press OK, and it reroutes and give you a different border or a different way to actually go. The next thing I want to show you guys is basically, let's say you're on your journey, going on your journey, and you want to go by the nearest truck stop on your route because you may be running out of fuel. You press on that, then you go to choose destination. Then when you go to choose destination, you go to point of interest. Down here you see these arrows thing telling you, like, you know, point of interest at the bottom of the screen. You press point of interest. Then when you go point of interest, you go my route. Now my route is the truck is gonna stay on your route and give you the stops on your route. If you don't choose my route, it will give you any truck stop or any location nearby, and you may turn off your route to go there. That make no sense. So you go on my route. So this is my route. Now this is all that I need on my route. So I can go parking area. I can find dealers. I can find truck repair shop. I can find cat scale. I can find travel centers. I can find weight station on my route. So let's say the load is, you're not sure about the load, so you want to see if there is a CAT scan before the scale. So you go on the scale first. You press scale and it tell you 35 miles down the road there is a scale, right, on the westbound. and the eastbound is 78 miles. So let's get back out of this and go into CAT scan, because we need to wait the truck first before we go across the scale. So let's see where the closest CAT scan is. No, look at that. There's no close CAT scan on my route. No, this is a problem. All the way to destination, no closest CAT scan. No, you'd have to go back out of this. That is if it's real serious now. You can't go on my route anymore. You go on my truck. So you go my truck and then you go CAT scan. Now one is 33 miles away. So like I said, if it's that important for you to go on the CAT scan, that's what you got to do. Take it off my route and then you go on, and then one is 33 miles away. You go to that one, weigh your truck, make sure your weight is right, and you continue your journey. So get back out of this. Now we're gonna go get back out of this one also. So we're going back to my route just to continue to show you what I was showing you before. So I'm gonna go in my route, and then after I go in my route, I'm gonna go to travel center. This is where I want to find a truck stop now, because I want fuel. So I go on travel center, and these are the closest truck stop near me. The closest one is just around the street at 1.8 miles, the Picture Pass. You know what I mean? What if the company have special gas station that you should fuel? Now, some of the major gas station is the Flying J, the Pilot, and stuff like that. At the bottom of the screen, you got Quick Stop. Quick Stop is, this thing is built in the GPS. So you press on Quick Stop. So Quick Stop show you all the major gas stations, right? So you got the Flying J, the Love, the Pilot, the TA, and you got Walmart into it. So like I explained to you guys on an earlier video, when I would go to a Walmart, you know, like I'm going to my destination and there's no truck stop, I will try myself to find a Walmart and go at the back to park or something, and then move early in the morning. But in this case, we're looking for a truck stop, and maybe the company just used Flying J. So let's go on Flying J to see where's the closest one. There's no closest Flying J on my route. I wonder which road is this. There's no Flying J, no Pilot. Then what type of gas station on this route? Let's try the TA. This is not looking good. I will run out of gas if I'm looking for this big fuel station. Let's try the Love. Okay. Well, try best to use one of those local gas stations, because nothing not going on for that. You got Esso, you got Picture Pass, you got Pipeline, Circle K. You got a lot in on the GPS to use. So this goes to tell you, always keep your truck full. Like I said, I'm not gonna go in too much of a detail with the GPS, because there's a lot to know. You know what I mean? This is the basic. Over here is the address book. You can save addresses, places that you go. You can save addresses of the places. All right, like I'm here at Bank Street right now. Let me go back into the map. Yeah, I'm here at Bank Street right now. Let's say I want to save this address. If I want to save this address, I go to the left hand side where you see this, what you call this gear icon right here. Press on this gear icon, and then you can look at the bottom of the screen. You see save current address. So you can go in and save this address. You can either change the name, or you just go ahead and save it. You know. So let's say I don't want this name, so I'm gonna press no and put my name. So I'm gonna clear what is there. I'm gonna put Popeyes, because that's where I'm at really. So enter and close, and that address is now in my address book. Now the next thing I want to show you guys, let's go back around to the screen where I want to show you. Now this at history is all the address that you've been using since the past week. Now let's say you want to go back to one of those addresses, or you get another run to go there. So these are all the addresses I use. So let's say I'm going back to the mechanic, to the Volvo dealer there in Cornwall. I just press on it, and from where I'm at to there, I can compare route, see where and how far. Okay, so it's 1 hour and 26 minutes on one, and 2 hours on the other. So I will go on 1 hour and 26 minutes. to get there, and right here will calculate and tell me where to drive. Now, like I said, guys, thanks for tuning in. And also this GPS can hotspot with your phone for internet, and like I said, we can get more details. But at the end of the story, I just want to let you guys know the type of GPS I use and what I recommend for you guys. And if there's anyone that have any other suggestion, can leave it in the comment area so I can look and see what you have to say about this GPS, or also what you got to say about the one that you're currently using. Thanks for tuning in. I know this is TriStars Trucking, and have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Yes, YouTube. Now this is the GPS in action. I got a address in going to Cornwall. So I'm leaving from Ottawa going to Cornwall, and this is just a short.
In 800 feet, turn right on Riverside Drive, LR19 Road. Slide left in 270 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just turn the GPS down a little bit. Alright, okay, so this is just a small preview of me using the GPS. So basically the video is about to finish after this, so you can stick around and see what I was explaining to you guys. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you're not already. This is TriStars Trucking, and yeah. Well, the GPS want me to turn here, but I'm not going to turn right here. No. That turn is too sharp. So whenever you pass a turn, it will recalculate it and put you on a different path. So basically, it wanted me to go around and come back out on this lane that you're seeing in front of me right now. But if you guys can see the sign in front of me is saying no right turn, no left turn. So I think I'll have to go straight, or I'll turn in this supermarket right there and come back around. So maybe I'll do that.
In 600 feet, turn right on Prominent Riverside, RR19.
Systems operational.
In 2 miles, take the entrance to the right on Highway 417 East RTE 417. In a quarter mile, turn right on Coventry Road on R15. Right curve ahead. In 700 feet, turn right on Coventry Road on R15.
For more videos like this, please subscribe.